and welcome to my very first episode of the LoPresti Mind, Body, and Soul podcast about healing to rejuvenate. For those of you who don't know me, my name is LoPresti. I am a holistic health coach and Reiki practitioner. My own journey to good health began at a very young age when I was first introduced to yoga when I took it as a gym class in college. At that point, I began learning about meditation and more about being in touch with yourself in a more meaningful way. Up until that point, I was living my life mindlessly. But to cut myself some slack, I was only 20 years old at the time. I became fascinated with the idea of having optimal wellness and had already begun feeling like there was something more to life than what I was currently experiencing. And so the journey of seeking for more began. I was married at the age of 26, and for this purpose, I will leave it as it was an experience of a lifetime that took me from being a little girl who fantasized about having a wonderful life to the hard, cold reality that the flip side of a wonderful life could also be a very dark and lonely place. That's a story for another time, but I did manage to make a better life for myself and my daughter, and that is where my journey to good health is going to begin. I was in my 40s when I began to develop unusual symptoms that I never had before. I was battling severe migraine headaches. I had complete body aches, literally from the top of my head to the bottom of my toes. Anxiety, a racing heart, hot flashes, night sweats, insomnia, and an overall sense of feeling very unhealthy that basically came out of nowhere. When I didn't get the help I was hoping for from my doctors, who basically said my symptoms were normal for a woman of my age, I decided to take my health into my own hands, and I sought out alternative methods of healing. I found a wonderful functional medicine doctor who, after running blood work, came back to me with a diagnosis of celiac disease as well as Hashimoto's disease. With her guidance, I was able to reclaim my health, and that was the start of my journey into health coaching because I thought about all the women out there who reach perimenopause and go to see their doctor for healing and are told that it's normal for a woman in her mid-40s to feel this way. If I didn't take matters into my own hands, I can't imagine where I would be now. My purpose here is to help women who aren't getting the answers that they're looking for from their doctors, and they are struggling through life when they really don't have to be. I learned through diet, lifestyle, and exercise, you can begin to take back your life. My mission in life took hold not long after I began feeling better by following the suggestions and the guidance of my functional medicine doctor. In tomorrow's episode, I will talk about some of the simple self-care rituals that I began using to heal my body and my mind. And that's the reason why I started this podcast, so that we can all heal to rejuvenate. I look forward to having you join me on this journey of healing and rejuvenation to a time in your life where you were completely well, looking and feeling your very best. As we age, how wonderful would it be to be able to remain healthy, productive, independent, and enjoying life to the fullest? We will explore physical, spiritual, and emotional health throughout the journey. Here's to the best time of our life, and I'll see you here again next time. Have a great day. Thank you for joining. If you haven't heard about Anchor by Spotify, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Believe me, I know. With everything you need all in one place. Let me explain. Anchor has tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. When hosting on Anchor, you can distribute your podcast on listening platforms like Spotify, Apple, and more. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. And the best of all is that Anchor is totally free. Download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.